I refused to let my parents move in with me because of their destructive dog. So I'm 30 and just moved into this nice 3-bedroom apartment with my dog Rex. It's the first place I've ever lived alone, and honestly, I was loving the peace and quiet after years of roommate drama. Then last month, my parents got evicted from their house because they hadn't paid rent in like 4 months. My mom called me crying, asking if they could stay with me while they figured things out. Of course I said yes, because they're my parents. But here's the problem. My parents have 9 pets, 7 cats, and 2 dogs. I told them they could bring some of the cats, but absolutely not their golden doodle named Buddy. This dog is a complete nightmare. He's never been house trained, so he just pees and poops wherever he wants. He's destroyed every piece of furniture they've ever owned. Their couch has holes chewed through it. Their kitchen table legs are completely gnawed off. He also has this thing called resource guarding, where he gets aggressive over toys and food. Last time I visited, Buddy literally bit my hand when I tried to move his food bowl, drew blood, and everything. My parents just laughed it off and said, boys will be boys. I explained all this to them and said, look, you can absolutely stay here, but Buddy has to stay somewhere else. My mom immediately started crying and saying I was choosing my dog over family. Then my dad gets on the phone and starts yelling about how I'm abandoning them in their time of need. I tried to explain that my lease only allows small pets, and my landlord specifically said no big dogs, but they weren't hearing it. So instead of finding another solution, they decided to live in their car, in the parking lot of a Walmart, and they made sure everyone knew it was my fault. My mom posted on Facebook about how her ungrateful son won't help his homeless parents. My aunts started calling me, asking how I could be so heartless. My brother texted saying I was being selfish and had plenty of room. I tried everything to fix this. My uncle offered to watch Buddy at his farm. My mom's work, which is a dog boarding place, offered to keep him for free. But my parents refused every option because they said the family should stay together. The worst part was when I ran into my mom at the grocery store. She looked terrible, like she hadn't showered in days. She made this huge scene in the produce section, telling everyone who would listen that her son kicked her out on the street. I felt so guilty that I went to my landlord and begged her to make an exception. She pulled up my lease and showed me exactly why she couldn't allow it. Big dogs violate my renter's insurance, and if anything happened, I'd be responsible for thousands in damages. She also warned me that if I let them move in with all those pets, I'd probably end up stuck with them permanently, because my parents clearly don't make good decisions about money or responsibility. That's when it hit me. My parents chose their untrained, destructive dog over having a roof over their heads. They chose to live in a car rather than temporarily rehome one animal. After 3 weeks of family drama and guilt trips, my parents finally accepted my uncle's offer to take Buddy. They moved into my spare room, and within 2 days, I knew my landlord was right. They let the cats run wild through my apartment. There's litter tracked everywhere. They've taken over my living room with their stuff, and they keep asking when Buddy can visit. I realized this was never about the dog. This was about my parents expecting everyone else to solve their problems while they avoid taking responsibility for anything.